talk about the power of the italics bold that you guys will see in a press release. It's just weird. I know a lot of people are like, Deck, you're telling me that every time a press release comes out with any sort of italics font right here, that's going to lead to some sort of big time breakout. Well, it's not the italics font that people are like, oh my gosh, italics. It's not that. It's what they say inside. But they always have italics font like this, or the italics bold, whatever you guys want to call it, when there is something very good. And what we have right here, guys, we have plans to initiate our pivotal study. We have FDI clinical strategy, which will be included under breakthrough therapy. We have substantial increase, again, increase, which is great. We have acquires a patent, and then we have a conference call coming on up. So we could see right here on, what stock was this? QURE. QURE has a very nice rip, a very nice pop, a very nice run. QURE is doing a very good job today. It's gone from $11, hit high so far, all the way up to $16, a $5 spike. So we have a $5 spike. Now where else can we see this, guys? ECYT. ECYT, here's a regular press release, regular press release, nothing too crazy. Okay, now let's see what's right here. Once this finished loading, okay, here's a regular press release. And now let's look right here. Oh, and a little bit of italics bold. Hey. So what we have here in this italics bold, guys, we have our license of our phase 3. And basically, just because we see this italics bold, we know that there is going to be some sort of big time, announcement. They're trying to get it out, because why is it? Why do they have this italics bold here? Because they don't want you reading through the whole entire, press release and trying to find basically what's hot in here. When you click a press release like this is the first thing you see. We have the most advanced targeting therapy development in prostate cancer. We have a high response rate. We have phase 3s done. Bada boom. I know what's going on. That sounds awesome to me. And that's why on ECYT, back on this day, on what was this? October 2nd. And look at this. October 2nd went from $1 all the way up to $3.65 to the next day all the way up to $6 because of the power of the italics font, guys. This lesson's going to be named The Power of the Italics Font. So what do we have next, guys? CLSN. CLSN. All right, well, let's go through here. Okay, that looks like an 8th grade math, English paper. Okay, that looks like something out of a newspaper. Okay, oh, italics bold. And since we have italics bold right here, what could that be meaning? And I believe there's another italics bold as well. Let me see. Here, italics bold on October 3rd. October 3rd, we have 100% disease control. 86% objective response rate. So you can see 100% disease control, 86% objective response rate. Right when I see this, guys, right when I see this italics bold, I see it's a low float stock. I can check on this, CLSN, and what happened, guys? This was on October 3rd. Guess what this day was? October 3rd. And that's when we get these big time breakouts. That's when we get these big time runs. That's when we get these big time rips. So in the morning, you may see me sometimes. I don't do it a lot on the one that's streamed because I don't like to take up room on here. So if you guys have your own equity feed scanners in the morning, you'll get news that comes out that would be like coming through like this. It looks like this. That a whole bunch of news is coming out, and sometimes I just click it. I'll just click each one like really quick, and I'll just see if we have any sort of italics bold come out. So that's what I do a lot of the times. I'll just click each play and see if there's any sort of italics bold that comes out, as you could just make your way right on up. And if you see some italics bold, stop, look it over, read it. If it's good, then go ahead and hop in. But that's how another reason a lot of people always say, Deck, how do you get into play so quickly? How do you know it's so good? Well, first things first is I study my keywords. I study my keywords that I should look for in hot press releases. As you guys, that's the basics. That's the go-to. That's the basics. That's the absolute go-to. You study your keywords. It is, beyond easy to say, hey, you know what? We have, a positive phase 3s. We have positive phase 3s right now that are going to lead towards a nice big pop. And as you guys all know, we have so many lessons on these keywords. This is basically like my bread and butter right here. Hot keywords look for in hot press releases. So we have our keywords look for in hot press releases. We have positive, receives, grants, FDA approval, drug trials, cancer. So most of the time, guys, I know all these keywords by heart. So most of the times they'll come up, right here. Like they'll come up right here. And then on top of that, we also in the morning have our float on. So I'll be able to see, okay, 48 million float, don't want to touch it. 15 million float, don't want to touch it. 24, nope, don't want to touch it. And then like a 6 million float will come up. So what I want to see is like 6 million in float, and then I want to see like positive phase 3. So then I would click like DEAI, like DEAO or whatever, DAIO. There we go. And then I'll see, check it out really quickly. But a lot of times I'll be checking out these plays. Here's, DRIO. Nothing really too crazy, but I'll click it. But, sometimes I'll click it and I'll immediately see that italics bold. So I know it's a low float stock with a press release with the power of the italics bold. Now, I know, some people are always like, Deck, just because it has italics bold, that means it's going to be good. Well, you always want to check it over, but 99% of the time, guys, the italics bold comes out only when there's something really amazing. 100% disease control, 86% objective response rate. We see ECYT that came out again on October, or is it right here? October 2nd, where we had this italics bold. There's CLSN when that went on the rip, and then ECYT when this went on a giant rip. And then guess what happened on QURE? And QURE came out today, and this has some italics. Where is it? Right here. This has the italics bold, and this was today, right at 7 a.m. So this came out, and that's why QURE is getting this giant rip. So you could see the italics bold, guys. It's a very beautiful thing. It does not come out often, but when you do see it, you just sit there for a second and you say, wow. That's great. It's like a rainbow, guys. You don't see a rainbow every day, but when you see a rainbow, you appreciate it. So that is basically what you want to look at when you are looking at the italics bold. You call it a good old rainbow press release. It's going to lead to your pot of gold. I'd like to see, again, a morning pullback. If you guys can go to like 180s, 190s, even low $2 on CLSN, we could get a lot of hype. But again, that stock does have, I personally think, the best press release towards it. Favorite chart pattern and press release behind it, and that's because, again, ETRM, very nice, but CLSN, again, with this a top italics bold saying 100% disease control, 86% objective response rate. I definitely think there's a lot of big hype here. There's definitely a lot of big hype towards this play, and we could definitely see a nice pullback at the start and then a possible rip on up. There could definitely be a lot of ups, a lot of downs on this play. But overall, I do like the press release a lot. I know there's a lot of hype between CLSN and ETRM. A lot of hype between these two stocks. And right now, it does look like CLSN is getting a lot of the big potential, all the way up to 229 right now. So there is our first sell target. There is our first sell target on CLSN. This is where all activity is at. And you guys could see the stock continuing to move on up. I'm in and I'm holding. I'm up $1,100 right now, but I just have to continue to hold. I'm up $1,200 right now. So I just have to continue to hold this stock at the moment. Make sure you guys are being smart with your trading. Make sure you guys aren't forcing anything that's not going to be there. Again, if you guys want to do that long haul with me, you guys can. Call me Snakeskin Randy, baby. Yeehaw. But at the same time, guys, lock in your profits when you have them. That I cannot stress enough. But right now, off that press release on CLSN, I definitely want you guys to be aware that that stock has a lot of big time potential. It's coming up towards around that 250 mark. We'll see what type of hype is going to continue to push on through this right now. And CLSN still moving on up. CLSN still moving on up. I'm up $1,600 at the moment. Overall, I would love to see if we could ever get up to that like 200-day moving average, which is all the way up at 318. So that would be a beautiful thing to hit. If we get all the way up to 318, I told you again, CLSN with that italics press release that I like, that again, guys, it's so kind of crazy. Whenever you see this italics press release, that's when we have so much hype. This italics press release, it brings in so much hype. And what we have yesterday, ECYT, what we have, ECYT right here. Look at this, italics press release right at the top right here. It just shows like significance. That's what it does. It just shows significance, guys. I am personally, in the long haul. I'm in the long haul for CLSN, but at the same time, I want you guys to be locking in profits on this play. I want you guys to be smart. We are going to be having a pullback, 100%. There will be a pullback soon, but at the moment, this thing is just continuing to beast on up just off that strong press release. So it is still moving on up, but this thing is definitely going to have some sort of pullback, and then it's probably going to set itself up in like an ascending triangle pattern. Right now, CLSN, again, still looking for that pullback, trying to hold this uptrend, but it's not going to hold this uptrend. There's going to be a crack. There's going to be a crack, and then it's going to probably come back down and maybe do that like big 1030 breakout. Like what have we been seeing the last few days or the past like 2 weeks? It's been a like 1015, 1030 breakout. And let's see if CLSN does that today. So far, so good. I hope everyone has been making some sort of profit. If that was getting in at $2, $2.10, anything along those lines, guys. Again, I'm super pumped for you. Super pumped for all the traders, got some nice profits today. Let's head over to profits chat. Just want to see what's, popping over here. Profits chat. Jay Will making $300. Jordy, just quick $35. Wong, $400. Left Behind, $81. Matt Trader making $570. Again, over in profits chat. Awesome job, guys. Misha, $700. H-Thoughts, $300. Frenchie, $477. B-Man with the winner so far, $1,884 on CLSN. So again, a lot of good hype so far on CLSN, guys, and there could definitely be a lot more coming. Penny Stalker making $399. Again, awesome job, and make sure you guys are aware for the future. There's definitely a lot of potential. Again, guys, compare past press releases. Look at ECYT. Notice on a regular press release, guys, regular press release, it looks like this, right? This is a regular press release. It just says the title, and it looks like it's in paragraph form. When we come out with something big, it's always italics at the top, because they want high response rates. They want people to see this is the first thing people are reading. Why? Because this company wants cash flow. This company wants investors. They want to be able to perform everything they want with your money. So they want to be able to say, okay, let's put the best things at the top because that's going to bring in the most hype. And that's why ECYT went on this redonkulous run where the stock just continued to move on up, continued to rip, continued to go on a nice pop. Then what happened? Again, CLSN. This stock, again, usually has press releases just like, press releases just like this, regular press releases. Today, again, what happened? It came out with this italics press release, guys. This italics press release at the top right here showing, hey, you know what? This is basically like ECYT yesterday. Same exact deal, guys. And look at CLSN right now, starting to get a little bit of a push. So I would like to see a channel breakout on this play, and that would be, again, at around that 10-15 mark. Probably around 10-15. If it breaks this channel, it's going to have some trouble getting back on up. It will for sure. But what we want to see here is, again, this channel breakout. See if the stock's going to be going, continuing to move on up. Now, again, possible bounce play back at CLSN. I'm going to alert this again for a possible bounce play. If you guys are interested in these 230s, this 230 area, I'm just going to put 230, 235. For a bounce play back on up towards right around that 255, 260 mark again. So if you guys are interested on that, 230s right back on up towards that 260 mark again, you guys are good to go. You can see a lot of just, jumping activity, So it does seem like probably it's going to hit this 260 mark, and it's not there yet. Probably a, cup and handle pattern, probably another, it's probably going to come back down towards around 250. Probably is now going to hold that as the support and then try to build some higher lows from 250. So right now, let's see how high we are going to be heading, guys. So again, we're looking for that 275 break and the stock to continue to move on up. So we're looking for the stock to continue to move on up right here. See where this play is going to be headed. But right now, CLSN is beasting at the moment. I'm currently up $2,000 on the morning. So in about 35 minutes, I'm up over $2,000, and I'm seeing if the stock can continue to move on up and go on a nice rip and go on a nice pop. So we're looking to go possibly all the way up to 318, boys and girls. Again, when I say guys, you guys know what I mean. Sarah and Jenna, I know you guys are in here. I love you guys. Just a saying. But right now, we'll see how much higher CLSN has in store for us, hitting 280s, and we'll see if we're going to get all the way up to that 318 mark. So looking to get all the way up to around 318, and that is that 200-day moving average. So 316, 200-day moving average. Seems very steady on the fact, we're probably going to fall back down towards 260. Where is that right now? 258. So again, came up to 258, back on, or it's up to 280, back on down. Guys, it's not going to just go straight up the whole entire day. There's going to be strong pullbacks, but the fact is we got up to this level. That's absolutely good with me. The fact is we got up to this level. It's showing a lot of strength and that the stock can do it. Now that we're up, so high, I would be honestly surprised if we don't get up to 316 by the end of, today. If we don't get up to around that 316 mark by the end of the day, I'd honestly be surprised because, again, the stock is, slowly moving on up, and I do think we could be seeing 316 by the end of today, as the stock could definitely be climbing on up. So make sure you guys are watching that. We'll see if that stock can go on a nice rip. Now, again, guys, as I always like to show you, channels Channel breakouts, that's what we want to see. So coming back up to 280 again. High of the day is 285. 285 high of the day. Again, channel breakouts, we could definitely see a touch. You know, this right here could be that touch of 285, and then it's going to have a nice pullback before maybe lunch hours. So again, I always like to compare charts. This could be a, you know, touch one, touch two, touch three could be right now. Then we could have our U-shaped pattern right before lunch. We get our next leg on up. Now, that's not 100% accurate. This could be this one, but just kind of going off past chart history patterns, guys, this would be touch 3, and we need touch 4 would be the breakout. But again, you know, if this thing starts, you know, bringing in momentum and running, it's going to go. As I said, I've been sitting in this play now for a little bit, and I'm looking for this stock to continue to move on up. So far, what have I done? Grew my small account. So far, I grew my $4,000 account into $9,442 in a month. So I'm a month in now, and I've grown my $4,000 account into $9,442. So that's my, after that trade just went through, that's what I'm currently at right here. And again, that's straight from my E-Trade account. P Diesel, $3,786. Guys, I'm pumped. Pumped up. But hey, CLSN, it's going to even break $4. I know it's going to keep on going. You know, that stock is definitely going to continue to keep on ripping. I could feel it at this point. But I am out right now. Let me head over, try to get a P&L for you guys. And here you go. There is my P&L. P&L for everyone on the day. $4,221 made on this day. Over a 100% return on my small account challenge so far.